Hey YouTube, this is TCA Gaming. So in this video I'm going to show you guys a pretty nice collection that I bought. One of the best that I've ever bought. And if you're on my Patreon, then you've already seen the first part where I showed all the PSA cards. Or if you're on my IG, you got a little sneak peek into it. But now I'm going to get into some of the sets, the ungraded stuff. And this all here, this is just English. There is Japanese as well. So, for starters, we got, this is a Pokemon pre-release book, and I tell you, the guy has them all. I mean, like, staff and non-staff. I think he was missing two. Yeah, here's one in here. So, a staff Cacturn, I don't even know if there is one. And he's got the evolution staff, but it was the team-up Charizard staff that he was missing. But that was it. Right there, and he's got them through Cosmic Eclipse, so that already is really impressive. And then we start off with the sets, and we start off with base set, and a lot of the stuff is in really good shape. Some of the WotC stuff isn't perfect, however almost everything is, and the cards that I did run across that were not in great shape were still in pretty decent shape. So you can see this is base, jungle, and fossil. You got base set 2, Team Rocket, Gym Heroes, and for the most part, everything in here is unlimited. There are some that are not. He does have first edition cards. They just were they were actually graded. You can see right there, that's like unlimited stuff. You got Gym Challenge, Neo Genesis, Neo Discovery. I'm going to show some out of this binder because you got the shinings in this one. And what's actually pretty cool, let me see if I can pull this Ho-Oh out. There were just a few cards that I picked up, and this is through a case, but even through a case, many of you can tell, this has the full hollow bleed, and it's pretty sweet with that swirl off to the side. And this one was in gradable condition. I think it's probably a 9 or better. And what I noticed, the Celebi has the same thing going on, so does the Crobat. Not many people will care about the Crobat because it's unlimited, but I think there are some collectors out there for the first edition stuff. And then what I even noticed on this, the Raikou, when I was shining it in the light, it actually had, let me see if I can get it pull up. You could see the hollow bleed coming through on the body of the Raikou. Which I'm not seeing it too great right now because, let's see if I can pull it out. Well, you can kind of pick it up on the camera a little bit, but here in person, like you can see there's a dot right there. And really, this one's in super good shape. I plan to send it to PSA anyways. Top has a little white dot up there, but man, I mean, I'd still say it's a good 8 or a 9. And who knows, maybe it'll pull out the 10. Alright, so we're going to keep going. Oh, there's Destiny. The Shinings, he had triple of the Shining Gyarados. Those were played, though. And then we have Destiny. Yeah, he does have the Shinings. In fact, he's got doubles of all the Shinings. They are unlimited, but still, it's like, man, legendary collection, and it's pretty much all non-hollows, not the reverse hollows. For Expedition, these were in great shape, and what's kind of cool is, like, for that Charizard, there's a hollow Charizard, and then there's also the reverse hollow in there as well. So if he had a reverse hollow, he put it in there behind the regular, or actually, I guess for the hollows, he would have hollow and then reverse hollow behind it if he had it. So like for this Blastoise, since reverse hollow is on the front, there's not going to be any possibility for have the hollow behind it. But there were some other ones that were, like they had the reverse hollow on front, that they weren't ever hollow. So like that Alakazam, you got the reverse hollow, so he's probably got the rare behind that as well. And keep going, I mean, you got Aquapolis, all the good stuff. Shut that one up. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the EX series. You got, well, actually we have Skyridge right here. He did not have the crystals with these. I didn't show that to you on the Aquapolis, but he does. It's all the regular Skyridge hollows, and then it ends with the, you can see, with just the energies. Now, once you start getting into the EX sets, he does include most of the EX cards. And like Dragon, he had the 3 secret rares for the Charizard, where you got the Charizard. And then, this is where it kind of starts getting a little bit interesting because you got Team Rocket Returns, and that's where Gold Stars are introduced. So I'm going to, scoot back to that. And you see he's got all the major EXs, He's got the gold stars, and man, I tell you what, I pulled a lot of these gold stars out, and most of them that I saw were 9 quality, possibly 10. I mean, it's so hard to get a 10 now, but I mean, they're in there. So like Holland Phantoms, that's probably one of the best ones in this one. That should be the last page. I mean, you got the Gyarados, Mewtwo, Pikachu. Got the big one here, Deoxys. See if I can pull it out. You know, he's got the Rayquaza Gold Star right here. Get it under the light. And see if I can push him out. Just to give you an idea. Beautiful card. And you really got to get, and that's just probably like a little fuzz on the top. Good centering. And you can tell the cards that I've looked at, because when I put them back, I like to put them in with this silver dot on the bottom. So all these ones, like I didn't look at the Latios, I didn't look at the Latios, I did look at the Rayquaza. And then you've got all these other cards too. And it's the same. I mean, it goes all the way through. It's got most all of the gold stars. In fact, I think one of the few that was missing was the Raikou from the Unseen Forces. But even the EX cards have gotten so expensive. I didn't show it to you, but in the Fire Red Leaf Green, there was the Charizard. So we got Crystal Guardians here. Yep, got the Alakazam and Celebi. Dragon Frontiers, another big one. It's got the Charizard Gold Star up there. I've already checked it. It's a 9, if not a 10. Great condition. Hopefully, I can get a chance to send all these off to PSA. It's just going to take so long to process all this stuff. And you'll see what I'm talking about, because then we're moving into the Diamond and Pearl. You got Secret Wonders. I mean, you got Platinum, Supreme Victors. You got Arceus, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Moving into Black and White. And these aren't all complete now, but they've got a lot of the cards. Like even right here with, what is this, Noble Victories. It's got 4 full arts. Is that all 4? I think it might be missing 1, the N. The trainer N. Even moving into some of the Black and White series, all the way through X and Y. I mean, this is a pretty massive binder. And then here's another binder full of English stuff. You just got these 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th place cards. I don't know much about them, but you can see right there. I don't know how far it goes. It goes through Malamar, or through Magcargo, which would have been Celestial Storm. And it's got some badges at the end. But we're not done. You're getting ready to see a flash of my daughters and how they love playing with all the packaging material. Took like 10 minutes for them to destroy. You can see there's boxes of PSA cards and stuff here that I still haven't went through. Got, not even sure what this is. The best of XY. 2 sealed cases of that Japanese stuff. Like, these are all Japanese binders. I mean, these binders here are massive. I mean, that's a 2-3 inch binder. You got all kinds of stuff in them. And then, again, it starts with the original base set. You know, and he's got Jungle, Fossil. He's got them labeled on these binders. Like, I don't even want to break this stuff apart because so much effort was put into it. All the work is done. You know what I mean? All I got to do is maybe fill in a few gaps and just tuck it away. You know, you got everything complete, nicely organized, labeled. And then I think in this binder he had, like, there's a WotC set, Dragon Vault, look, Reverse Hollow Legendary Collection, just stuff that he was working on. 1st edition Jungle. You got 1st edition Gym Challenge, it looks like. Yeah, and look, I mean, he's got a lot of the stuff in there. Got Chinese or something. 1st Ed base. Maybe a couple sets of that. Maybe that's Spanish or Italian. Yeah, and you got some of the hollows. I mean, there's just stuff. I mean, this collection is loaded to the max. It has cards all over the place. It's going to take a while for me to go through. But just so you guys know, like, I have run across this more than once, and while I've been collecting and while I've been buying and selling, but it is really rare. Now, if you stick around the game long enough, I'm sure you'll be able to find this kind of stuff. But it's really costly. The first time I ever bought a collection like this, I paid $900 for it. And it included all the errors, 1st edition base set, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, this collection, way, way more, as most of you guys could figure it out. I'm not going to reveal the price just for the buyer himself. And You know, it takes a lot of capital to liquidate this kind of stuff, a lot of time. A lot of stuff has to be PSA graded, has to put it all online. You got a lot of risk with it. But I thought I'd share with you guys. I thought you'd enjoy it because this is, I think, a lot of raw collector's dreams, just to have a collection that has everything in it, and it's all the sets. And this is both English and Japanese. I mean, he's got stuff from all over the place. This is one binder that I showed on the IG. I mean, just this web stuff has gotten really expensive. And you got a first edition Dark Charizard right there. I think that was the first appearance of Dark Charizard. I could be wrong on that. I mean, this is Verse Series. Verse Series is pretty tough. You don't see this stuff very often. I mean, that's a common Lance's Charizard. You got, who's that? That's Karen's Umbreon up there. A lot of good stuff. I mean, a lot of quality cards, and a lot of it is mint. So most of it, if I can, I'm going to try to grade it. I may just keep the sets complete. I don't know. It's a lot to just set back, though. You got to factor in how much money you're going to be paying out and how much money you still got coming in for this kind of stuff. But hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. And if you've seen collections like this in the past, let me know.